Alright guys, so today, as you can see, finally got my lowering springs. I went with the SR Performance, I forget what these are, Progressive Raid or whatever the fuck they are, spring. And I got this nice little chin extension for the front bumper. Looks great. Another eBay find right here. So I've already opened the box and whatnot. I'll throw the link down below for these SR springs. Kind of pain in the ass to open. I already took them out of the packaging, make sure everything was good and whatnot. But let's get the car on the lift and start putting all this stuff together. Guys, so I gave up on the time lapse of the rear because I thought I could just, swing the spring bucket out and it'd be nice and easy like any other car I've kind of worked on. With this one, you have to drop the subframe no matter what you do. Like, no matter what you do, you will take the two strut bolts, you will take this brake line bolt, you will not have to remove your sway bar link, and you'll just take out this one subframe bolt, these two little ones here, and the one big one right there. Sorry if I'm not showing this very well. Yeah, those four, which will be obviously on both sides. So it's actually 6 bolts with those two. But yeah, you just remove those, 2 strut bolts, this one, and then just lower the subframe down on hopefully a pull jack or a jack that you have laying around. Now on this side, I went and put the wheel on with the 1-inch spacer. I do not have the right nuts, the shallow nuts for the thread pitch for the factory, studs. So tomorrow I have the correct ones coming. I have some spare lug nuts here, but I was able to mock it up and make it look, so it looks really good. And that's kind of the little bit of gap you get from the 1-inch spacer, which it looks really good in my opinion. We'll find out tomorrow how it looks totally, and all that, but it definitely does make the car look a lot more aggressive and whatnot. You can already tell it's a lot lower because of how much the springs brought the subframe and everything, up. But it was really, really easy. Just don't think you can do it any other way other than dropping the subframe, at least individually like I did. But for now, at least this is done. I'm going to get these wheels put back on the car. The spacers will go on tomorrow. Just giving you guys kind of an idea of how it looks. And I'm going to go and tackle the front now. Okay, guys, so we got the front loose. It's pretty simple. The 2 nuts for the spindle to the strut or hell to get out there. You've probably been on there since factory. Car only has 32K, so I'm betting it because it's all stock suspension. But all you do is remove your sway bar link. I remove this brake line just in case because, spindle's going to be hanging. Don't want to have your brake line, real tight or nothing. It might break it. Could do a lot of damage to your car. Obviously, the ABS sensor comes off of the strut, but we've got the strut sitting over here. We are going to get the strut compressor and get this thing all knocked out. It's pretty easy. Put it on here, compress it, and take out your top, bomb of a nut. Because, these things like to spring loaded like a big shotgun if you do not compress them. So I'll get back to you guys when we get this compressed and get the other 2 springs in. Guys, we've got the car all wrapped up. All the springs are in from obviously the rears to the fronts. Were a little bit of a pain in the ass. The struts just did not want to let go. Let's not leave that in there. But yeah, as you can see, fronts are in there. Just the couple of nuts from factory just tight as a motherfucker. So got all that done. Let's get this thing on the ground. Let's just see how low it is. I don't know if it's going to come off the lift real easy or not. Might have to put a jack under it. We'll find out. Oh, it's low. Still clears the lift. All right. Went down a lot in the front. Back, could use that other ½ inch, but it'll probably still need more settling. Yeesh. I can't wait for tomorrow with these spacers on. It's going so much better. So much better. I'm gonna take this thing outside and show you guys. All right, guys, so here's the car out in the light. As you can tell, it definitely did drop down a lot more compared to my last 2 videos. It definitely dropped at least 1 inch in the front and about a ½ inch in the back, but it definitely looks a lot better than it did on its stock ride height, and it definitely rides a lot smoother. Like, I'd say it rides, if not as good as stock, if not better. The rear springs, it definitely hooks a lot more, even though it has factory vertical links and all the other stuff. But on these springs, it's like a 720 pound. I don't know what the factory ones are, but like a drag spring is an 800 in the rear. So it's pretty nice, and I definitely am starting to love the look of this car. I'm starting to really, really enjoy building this thing. It's all coming around now. My rear diffuser shows up tomorrow. The nuts for the spacers show up tomorrow. The front lip I'll obviously have to wait for until they send me the right one, since they sent me one for an 18 up car. Sadly, it just happens, you know, people just grab the wrong box and shit like that. But just want to give you guys an idea on how this looks. I got these springs from American Muscle. I really, really like how they look. I really like how they ride. And the car obviously still has to settle down some more. So the rear should go down about another 1/2 inch, and the front will probably go down another 1/4 inch. And at that height, man, you can't really beat it. Like, the car looks great. Like, absolutely great. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. But we're ready tomorrow. Get the last bit of these pretty mods, and then we'll be right into the power.